All right, Monday Night Raw time. Let's do a recap. So, I actually really enjoyed last night's episode. A lot of episodes recently I've been kind of lukewarm about. But this one I really enjoyed. My favorite part was with Randy Orton throwing up that like black ooze whenever when they showed Alexa Bliss on the screen from last week. I mean, that was so good. I honestly think this is probably some of Randy Orton's best work in a long time, and this is definitely Alexa Bliss's best work. I think the Fiend being burned alive has really given her a chance to shine and show how really talented she is as a character and on the mic. Because granted, like I've said in the past videos, she's not on the same level, in my opinion, in ring as the Four Horsewomen and Asuka, but on the mic, absolutely. Charisma, absolutely. And this character, she's killing it. And I cannot wait until The Fiend gets resurrected. I'm not sure what kind of match they're going to have, since Randy Orton versus The Fiend already had an Inferno match. But whatever they do is going to be fantastic. It's most likely going to be at WrestleMania. I'm so hyped for it. And also, I was so happy to see The Miz with the title on Monday Night Raw. A lot of people are a little pissed about it. I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I really liked the thing with Bobby Lashley, how they have that deal that he made with MVP to give Bobby Lashley a match, but he's kind of afraid, so he's trying to like get out of it. And then they added Braun Strowman into the mix, which I was happy about because I feel like we haven't really seen enough of him lately. So I really enjoyed that. And then I was a little disappointed though in the main event when he lost, because I was really hoping that we would get a triple threat next week. But I'm still happy with The Miz versus Bobby Lashley for the title next week. A lot of people are saying that The Miz might lose. I don't think he will. I think he'll find a way to win, get disqualified or something. He's not going to lose that title until Payback. I mean, that's my opinion, but I honestly wouldn't mind him going into WrestleMania with it. I don't think he would walk out with it, but I wouldn't mind him going in and maybe some sort of triple threat, fatal four-way type match. Throw in, obviously, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, maybe a Sheamus or a Braun Strowman, maybe even John Morrison. But I think that would be a pretty good match. The Miz definitely deserves it. I mean, he really honestly deserves it. What's funny though is everybody keeps talking about how he's the first ever second time Grand Slam. Oh my God, I'm having a Sid Vicious moment with my fucking words here, not being able to talk. But no, he is, let me try this again, the first ever 2-time Grand Slam champion. Now that's great. Congrats to him, that's awesome, and he deserves it. But hearing people talk about it as, like, that means he's, like, above a lot of other wrestlers, you gotta think of it like this. The reason why he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion is because he was a mid-carder for 10 years, in between the world titles. Most, like, top-tier wrestlers are in the main event title picture most of their career, so they don't really have time to be a U.S. champion twice, an Intercontinental champion twice, a Raw tag team champion twice, a SmackDown tag team champion twice. So, I don't want to say that puts him at, like, in, like, the Mount Everest of professional wrestlers. Like, he deserves it, though. He definitely deserves it. I'll give him that. And as far as the women's division goes right now, I am really excited to see Rhea Ripley. Oh, so hyped. I mean, she is so talented. And at her age, she has so many years ahead of her to do so many amazing things. I mean, she's already a former NXT champion, a former NXT UK champion. She wrestled already at WrestleMania. Speaking of, she has unfinished business with Charlotte. Asuka doesn't have an opponent at WrestleMania. Charlotte's feud with Lacey Evans has to go in the back burner now, if ever reignited, because she's pregnant. In real life, as we saw on Monday Night Raw, her talking with Ric Flair, and them putting to rest the whole, like, Jerry Springer, I am the father type of thing. I'm glad that was put to rest. It was a great backstage segment between the two. But, I mean, listen, I'm down for a triple threat WrestleMania. Asuka, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, book it. That would be an amazing match. I mean, it'd be really hard to top that match at WrestleMania. I mean, that would be really fucking good. I think that, I mean, both Asuka and Rhea Ripley have lost to Charlotte at WrestleMania. So I think them going in to WrestleMania against Charlotte, making Charlotte the clear favorite, I think that that would be a really interesting match. I mean, and the three of them are just so good. I mean, you literally can't go wrong with the three of them in a match together. And I think it's obvious right now Bianca's choosing Sasha. So, I mean, that gives Asuka the Mania match that she deserves because she hasn't had one since she lost to Charlotte. Really, I mean, she hasn't had a Mania moment. I mean, because she has a history of getting screwed before WrestleMania, as we've seen in past years. So I'm just really hoping that that doesn't happen. I want to see her go into Mania with that title. And speaking of women's titles, you have the tag team champions, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who, as I've mentioned before, this is the best either of them have been. Them together as a team is gold. I think that Nia Jax has improved so much as a character and on the microphone. She's not afraid to just go there, you know? Like the whole, you know, my ass, my hole, like that. I mean, that it went freaking viral. She knew what she was doing. She's smart. She knows how to play the social media game, and that's important because it's the same game that Becky Lynch knew how to play very, very well. She knew exactly when to tweet, what to tweet, who to tweet it to. She owned people on a daily basis on social media, and I think that Nia Jax is doing, obviously she's not doing that, but she is doing things on Raw that she knows people are going to create memes out of. I mean, like, some people might say that that was an accident and she, like, actually hurt herself, and no, she planned that. She definitely planned that. Yeah, I mean, the tag team division right now on Raw is doing pretty good. I do think, though, that they need a couple more teams. Because, you know, now with Miz and John Morrison not really in the tag team division, it seems kind of like in limbo right now. Same thing with SmackDown, too. The tag team divisions are not great. Especially if you're comparing it to the AEW tag team division, which is on fire. I mean, the AEW tag team division is the best tag team division I have ever seen. And I will say that. Now, that says a lot. It says a lot. But I will say there is more talent in AEW's tag team division right now than I have ever seen in the history of professional wrestling. And that is a bold statement. I know that's a bold statement. But, I mean, you look at the talent down there and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me of a time and a promotion that had a better tag team division than they do right now. I think the closest we've ever had was during the Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, TLC matches. There was a lot of great tag teams then. Those matches were iconic. If it wasn't for them, a lot of the tag teams in AEW would not exist right now. But, I mean, it is... And I'm getting sidetracked because we're talking about Monday Night Raw and I'm talking about AEW right now, which may or may not say something. But, so yeah, I mean, overall though, I thought Raw was pretty good. You know, I think that they gave the women time to shine, which I'm so glad that they have continued to do. And there was a lot of good matches. We had Riddle versus John Morrison. That was a fantastic match. I love that, like, all of a sudden now they're giving John Morrison time to shine in the ring. It's like, he deserves it. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't know that when he left WWE, he went to a lot of different promotions I mentioned in my last video. So he's extremely talented, and he's being way, way underutilized. But there is a lot of talent, honestly, on the main roster right now being underutilized. But I'm excited for Payback, though, now. You know, in the next pay-per-view, in between what we just saw at Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, because Payback... Payback is really going to set up for WrestleMania because there are things that we still don't know. the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania. You know, the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania, which I mentioned. Y'all know what I want to see. But, yeah, I mean, I just think that, you know, Asuka, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley, book it, multi-person WWE Championship match with, like, The Miz, John Morrison, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, add in Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, you know, I mean, God, add in Keith Lee. I wouldn't even mind if it's like some kind of gauntlet match, something different that we don't usually see in a WWE title match. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys remember the championship scramble matches they used to have. Oh God, what was the rules for that? There was like 5 people in a match, and it would go for about 25, 30 minutes, and you know, the champion starts out as champion, and then during the match, if anyone pins or submits anyone, they're champion during the match, but not officially, and whoever had the last pinfall or submission by the time the match is over is still the champion. And I loved it. I thought it was fucking cool. I don't know, it was different. You know, we don't have that now, though. It sucks. Like, I thought that was freaking cool. I would love for them to bring back the championship scramble. I bet not even a lot of people remember that. They're gonna be like, how are you even remembering that? And I just filtered myself there, because I really, honestly, I'm not sure if you're allowed to curse on YouTube. I'm sure I will find out, though, if I'm not allowed to. And if I'm not allowed to, people of YouTube, I humbly apologize. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Monday Night Raw. I probably missed a couple things. If I did, feel free to let me know. Please let me know your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Let me know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen for the WWE title and the WWE Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, and what you would want to happen, what you wish would happen. I want to know. Let me know. Give me your opinions. And any feedback at all. Like I said, this is very new. I'm new to the world of YouTube. It's literally just me in my car rambling on. I don't even watch my videos before I post them, so hopefully I don't sound too much like an idiot, but you know, we shall see. Alright, well, until next time. I really gotta stop using that cheesy finishing line. It's pretty bad. Just gonna end the video now. Peace.